Hello, my friends. It's the Toadman once again. I want to kind of recap this wild week of MetaZoo. It's probably the wildest week of MetaZoo since the closure, maybe. Yeah, or maybe since the news of the buyout. Really a roller coaster of emotions. We had earlier in the week, or the end of last week, we had an announcement about who's going to be able to get distribution and kind of the channels and kind of deadlines and sort of a timeline of when things are supposed to be happening. All well and good. Then I get an email from Cardio because I had a shop with them before and I have my information in there for distribution and a really hard deadline of February 15th on that price point that really could not be beat. I asked around, got some information from people, and kind of got a list together of what I thought would be people who are going to buy or purchase, pre-order, I guess at this point, booster boxes from me. And I always, I know I've had wildlife and had a lot of careers and stuff like that, and I've done pretty much everything except make money. But I've had a lot of experience running events and selling tickets and pre-orders and all kinds of stuff like that. And usually what they say is 20% of the people that you invite to something will actually show up. So if you give away tickets to a show and expect 100, give 100 tickets away, you expect maybe 20 will actually show. So I kept that in mind in pre-orders, but then on the following day, so I think that was Wednesday, on the following day, which was Thursday, Nick put out his video that kind of demolished his ideas, or just MetaZoo in general, just demolished it. Just kind of said that he hates everything and it's terrible and he does not want to be a part of it. I'm like, oh, that's a lot to take, but I hear where he's coming from and I respect his opinion. And some of the things were a lot, were echoing what the fan base were talking about. And then on Friday, had an incredible Valentine's Day, completely drained. You could take that for for however way you want to take it. I'm laying down in bed, about to go to sleep, and then there's a video that comes out from MetaZoo that kind of shows you all these different, everything that we saw. It showed you the cards, the spoilers, the gameplay, and was really jolting. And it's like, I really do not have the time, but I need to make a video about it, so I made my honest opinion videos, and a lot of that still kept. And then then those pre-sales that I had were all gone, and I'd already made the purchase. So I made the purchase on my card, ready to fulfill the orders that I had made for people. And everyone, I would say more than 20%, less than 20%, I should say, is what's left over from what I had made the allocation for. It's not a problem. It's all going to charity regardless. So, I'm sure I'll be able to sell it. So I'm not like super worried about it. And thank you for Cryptic Keeper for making a donation directly to them. I spoke to Sarah Burkall from Laughing at My Nightmare, the charity that we're running the booster boxes for. We're raising money for. As MetaZoo PA, we do that every year. So they got back to me. I said, hey, I just want to let you know we started the campaign and you should be getting some, donations. And she said, I just got one. I'm not going to, reveal your name. Just got one from Cryptic Keeper. And, thank you so much. And we look forward to, continuing our relationship. So I was like, oh, that's incredible. So that made the entire week for me. So that was Valentine's Day. We had that, that wild, transpire of, I already made the purchase, I had a great day, and then I had this video that kind of changed my perception of what this game is going to be. I felt like it was like the rug being pulled on us, the 5th time at this point, because it was already past the time where a lot of people had already made purchases, and they're like, oh, by the way, this is what it is, and it's nothing like the old zoo. I know we said that we purchased it in mind that MetaZoo has a loyal fan base and we're going to do right by them, and we hope that this will be fulfilled in their wishes and be the thing that we want them to be. And it's like, oh, by the way, we took the IP, but we took everything away from it that made it the IP, except for like these kind of key issues. I know you guys are going to like those, but otherwise it's going to be completely different. So we're all just like, oh my god. So just a lot of emotion, a lot of just a wild events. And then Nick put out a video earlier today just to talk about how he feels about it, and yeah, and I put a couple videos out over the weekend, and my daughter got to look at it as well, and kind of put things in perspective. There's a lot of positives out of this new thing. It is turning over a new leaf. It is not reminiscent of the old zoo at all, as a whole, but that doesn't mean it's going to be terrible. It just means we're just going to have to get used to it, and it's going to be for somebody else. It's not for the old crowd, and it is for our new crowd. My daughter was ecstatic. She sat through the video and looked at it for 2 minutes and 30 seconds, whatever it was, completely silent. As soon as it was over, I said, well, what did you think? She's jumping up and down on the bed, and she never does that. She's jumping up and down. She's saying that this is amazing, and she's already talking about wanting to get some. She has an old MetaZoo collection of her own. She has some of the Kuromi. She has, Wilderness cards. She's got CN2 cards. She loves, the unicorns and, Squonk she likes. Like those cards, the cards that you would expect a 6-year-old woman, 6-year-old girl to be loving. So she has her own collection. She loves to collect Pokemon as well, and she puts them in her little sleeves, and she's going to send out her first grading cards, or cards for grading for CGC in a couple weeks. So she's thrilled. She's absolutely thrilled, and I took myself out of it and put out a video about the positives of it, and we have a new chance, a brand new leaf to turn over to see what is this going to be. Like, how's it going to succeed? Is it going to succeed? Do we have to wait till Meta 3 comes out? Is it third time to charm? So, I'm in it for the ride on long term. Let's see how it is. I'm not going to judge a book by the cover. I'm not judging it by the booster box art. I'm not going to judge it by the card art. I'm going to see what this game is about. If I like it, I'll keep going. If not, then, I have plenty of other hobbies and other things I can spend my time on. So it was really a roller coaster events, and I want to also thank, not only Cryptic Keeper for your donation directly to Lamb, but I also want to thank all the people who did pre-order. I won't say everybody by name, but I just want to thank, just everyone who has been donating or participating or just making sure that everything is happening as it should to supply this charity that we always give back to. So it means a lot to me. They give supplies, money, adaptive equipment to people with disabilities, whether it's mental, physical, all disabilities. I know Shane personally. He's the owner. He's actually a really big name now. He's written books. He's moved to LA. He's doing great work for not only this group of people, but just in life. He's doing a great job. He has a podcast called Squirmy and Grubs. So check them out on YouTube if you like, and you get a little taste of what they are, what they're about. He has a rare condition that my wife also has. It's called spinal muscular atrophy. It affects their ability to make muscle. So my wife spent her entire adult life using a wheelchair because of this disability. Shane uses a wheelchair as well. He has a higher form of this disability than my wife does. And yeah, he's just an amazing person. And anyone, I've actually known 3 people with this disease. It's very rare. I'm glad that my daughter won't have it. We got DNA tested prior to us trying to have a child, and I got some good blood, I'll be honest with you. I'm like 1 in 157 to get, that's like 1 in 157 is what the highest dangerous or problematic genome or whatever DNA molecule that in my body. So to pass on to my child, I'm going to pass on a lot of good, strong genes. And if you saw the video earlier, you see she looks just like me. So I'm passing on, this the Puerto Rican bloodline, this Taino and Native American bloodline is passing through to the next generation. So it's been a wild week. I'm glad that we're capping it off. We're having some more pre-sale orders go through. I'm turning a leaf on the new product as well. I'm looking at it from the perspective of a potential new person coming into here, and there's a lot of things to look forward to, and I'm just gonna give it a chance. So yeah, that's all I got today. Just wanted to recap this wild week of events. I want to hear what you guys are thinking. Are you still or are you gonna give it a chance? If not, what else are you gonna be into right now? Tell me tell me how things are going. How was your week? How was this wild MetaZoo week? Was it as draining as it was for me to you? Because it's been a lot in a short couple of days, and I can't imagine what Charlie is going through right now. I'm sure he's blindsided by the reaction of, the fan base, but yeah, honestly, that's what you do. That's what happens when you buy a pre-existing IP and try to make it your own and change everything about it. Money can't determine everything, doesn't change everything. So it takes a lot to run a company. It takes a lot to make it successful. So my fan just turned on. I guess that's my cue to get out of here. So all right, y'all, be good to each other and peace.